In the world of elite football, deals worth tens of millions of pounds are usually done by world-class scouting, ruthless agents, and billionaire owners. But in August 2015, the biggest deal in the world was defeated by a piece of technology that belonged in the 1980s. David De Gea was 24 and at the peak of his powers, desperate to return to his home city and join Real Madrid. The deal was done at £29 million, with Keylor Navas heading in the opposite direction to Old Trafford. But as the clock struck midnight in Spain, the deal descended into a heap of technical errors and a legendary war of words. Today, we're looking at the infamous night that David De Gea was stopped by a fax machine. By 2015, De Gea had only a year left on his Manchester United contract. The lure of playing at the Bernabeu was just too much to pass up. Negotiations intensified as the window drew to a close. And finally, on deadline day, a swap deal was agreed. Keylor Navas was reportedly on a private jet waiting to fly to Manchester, while David De Gea had already packed his bags. All that was left was the boring bit, getting the paperwork to the Spanish Football Federation. And this is where the boring bit became the most exciting story in Europe. In Spain, there is no precedent for additional time to complete a transfer. A deadline is a deadline. Reports from the time suggest the documents didn't reach the headquarters until a minute, some say 2, others say 28, after the 11 p.m. deadline. The culprit was allegedly a malfunctioning fax machine at Old Trafford that had been processing the now infamous Spanish tax forms. The fallout was legendary. Real Madrid claimed they'd had both players' signatures and were ready. Manchester United insisted that they had a receipt that proved that they had submitted everything on time. It was a technological failure that cost De Gea the move of a lifetime. The fallout continued, with Real Madrid issuing a 10-point statement suggesting that Manchester United were the club in the wrong. They even alleged that Keylor Navas himself had suggested 1 or 2 changes to his contract, which also slowed the move down. United fired back and denied any wrongdoing, famously stating that they were delighted that De Gea, their reigning player of the year, would be staying put. While both sides pointed fingers, De Gea and Navas were both left in limbo. De Gea remained professional and signed a new contract at Old Trafford, but that rumour of a faulty fax machine has continued to follow him throughout his career. De Gea recently told Italian media that he'll tell the full story when he retires, hinting that things happen for a reason. And he might be right. Keylor Navas stayed at Real Madrid and won 3 Champions Leagues. De Gea, meanwhile, became a club legend at Old Trafford, but never went on to lift European club football's top honour. Subscribe for more stories where the archives meet the absurd. I'm Ned Keating. See you next time.